Alright, picture this. A dog that honestly couldn't care less if you call its name, probably won't fetch, and might even eye you with a bit of a, "What do you want?" look. Yet if a wolf, or any real danger, shows up, this same dog will instantly step between you and whatever threat looms, without a second thought, without waiting for permission. Sounds like a contradiction, right? Well, that's the Central Asian Shepherd, better known as the alabai. 5,000 years ago, this incredible breed was born on the scorching, unforgiving steppes of Turkmenistan. They weren't bred to obey, they were bred to decide. Their purpose was to protect, and that meant thinking for themselves. Today, that same stubborn, brilliant brain is precisely why one of these giants will still place itself between your child and danger, no command required. Independence and loyalty often sound like complete opposites, but in the alabai, they're welded together by centuries of lonely desert nights and the stark reality of blood on the snow. Stick around for a few minutes. We're going to explore how the dog that seems to ignore you can still be the dog that truly never leaves you. Let's be clear. Alabai were never meant to be lap warmers. Their job was far more critical. For nomadic shepherds, these dogs were the original silent alarm system, the trusted partner guarding their sheep, goats, and most importantly, their families. A fully mature male can easily top 140 pounds and stand 32 inches at the shoulder. But honestly, their size is the least impressive part. What truly matters is the software running inside that massive head. These dogs patrol a perimeter by pure instinct. They'll bark once, a deep, resonant warning, and then move straight into action if the threat keeps coming. Bears, wolves, even two-legged intruders get the same calm, almost analytical assessment. Is this worth my energy? Only then does the dog commit. And here's the kicker. Unlike many protection breeds, they don't just guard a piece of real estate. They guard relationships. If you're in their inner circle, this dog will risk everything without needing a single cue. If you're outside that circle, good luck getting past the silent, unblinking stare down. It's a profound bond, a guardianship born from deep commitment. Now let's be brutally honest. This is absolutely not the dog for anyone who expects instant, eager obedience. Alabai were sculpted by natural selection and the harsh realities of the steppe, not by kennel club training manuals. They think for themselves. Leave them with a herd for a week, and they'll figure out where the water is, how to find shelter, and exactly when the wolves are most active, all without your help. This deep-seated self-reliance means that standard sit-stay drills often feel, well, a bit insulting to them. Ask politely once, show them why it matters, and they'll probably comply, if they respect you. But try to dominate them with choke chains or harsh commands, and you'll just meet a wall of icy indifference. They're not being disobedient, they're just not wired for blind submission. The huge upside to this independence? They don't panic when you're away. Power outage at the ranch? They're still on guard. Toddler wanders toward the road? They'll calmly block the path. That independence might look like disobedience until the exact moment you need a four-legged brain working faster and more decisively than your own. Here's where the paradox truly snaps into focus. Because the alabai chooses you, not because you feed it, not because you're bigger, but because it decides you're worthy. It invests in you like stock it intends to hold forever. The bond isn't flashy or overly demonstrative. It's quiet, profound. You'll see it in a heavy head on your boot at night, a slow, deliberate blink when you speak to them, or a tail that lifts just once, a dignified acknowledgement when you come home. Research in kennels, even in places like Ashgabat, suggests this breed forms oxytocin loops similar to those between parent and child. But here's the caveat. That only happens after the dog decides you're worth the hormone. Once that switch flips, you're livestock, your tribe, you're theirs. Kids can tug on their ears. Cats can literally sleep on their backs, and the dog will gently shift its 140 pounds, so it never ever crushes the smallest member of its family. Strangers at the gate, however? That's an entirely different story. The same gentle giant that babysits becomes a living, immovable gate. So, who should even consider owning one of these magnificent creatures? Ideally, someone with a substantial amount of acreage, a truly secure fence, and significant previous experience with strong-willed, independent dogs. Apartment living? That spells disaster. Boredom, combined with a 700 psi bite force, equals new furniture every Tuesday. Early socialization is absolutely non-negotiable. Puppies need to meet at least 100 different people, experience countless surfaces, and hear a myriad of noises before 16 weeks old. Otherwise, their default setting might just be assume threat, which you really don't want with a dog this powerful. Positive reinforcement works wonders. Bribery, however, doesn't. Show them the job, patrol the barn, walk the fence line, keep an eye on grandma, and they'll clock in happily and diligently. Regular vet checks are crucial. Hip and elbow dysplasia and bloat can lurk in big lines, so responsible breeders screen meticulously for both. Finally, always check local laws. Some countries require special permits for dogs bred to fight wolves, even if yours is only fighting boredom. So would you trade that tail-wagging instant obedience for a rock-solid, deeply chosen loyalty? Drop a comment below. Could you handle a partner that truly thinks for itself, or do you prefer a classic yes dog? If this glimpse into the incredible Alabai blew your mind, make sure to tap subscribe and we'll keep unpacking the world's most misunderstood guardians every single week. The Alabai doesn't need you to throw a ball. It needs you to trust its judgment, to respect its ancient instincts. Raise it with respect, give it a clear purpose, and you'll earn a guardian whose loyalty predates written language itself. Independence isn't the opposite of loyalty here. It's simply the price of admission for a bond forged on the harsh steppes and still strong enough to face down any wolf.